John Horrigan back with Paul Stivaletta. Let's look at who Peter McNeeley is fighting tonight. It's a man by the name of J.B. Williamson, former WBC light heavyweight champion. At 22-1 at that point, he's coming into tonight's fight with a record of 26-11. We mentioned, I said, oh, geez, another rack of meat for Peter, and you said, no, not at this weight. And one punch, and it can all be over.
Yes, and as you know, we're talking about a guy that Peter's fighting that is a seasoned fighter. He's fought some real quality fighters, heavyweights, to get to the title that he had. So he is real dangerous at all times, and especially with heavyweights. You know, throwing those punches as big as they are, it only takes one bomb that lands that can destroy the whole ball game for someone else. So that's the danger of heavyweights. One big punch, and the fight is all over. So a guy with his ability, who's been around and fought some great fighters, to be able to get to the stature that he did, you just can't say this is going to be some kind of an easy fight for Peter McNeeley. I think it's going to be Peter's toughest fight, most possibly can be.
And not to look beyond this fight, but we will anyways because it's fun. With this 4-year deal, speculation has it that Peter may fight in Belfast, Ireland. Vinny was quoted as saying in that one fight he can make as much money as he does in 10 fights here. Big step. Braverman's here. Al Braverman, your friend, is here. If he likes what he sees, he's going to bring the big guy into Boston next fight, Don King.
Yes, that'll be a great opportunity for Peter McNeeley, because you know Don King is a great man in the fight game. He's promoted. He's one of the greatest promoters of all times right now, and he has his hand about on every fight card all over the world and produces them. And it'll be a great opportunity for any kid, especially a great opportunity for Peter McNeeley to be tied up with a guy who could get him championship material and probably the championship fight that he needs. And so I think that's very good for Peter and for his father that they're having a scout like that, and that he did pick him up would be very good and give the kids some good exposure and a good chance to make some serious money.
And only a few more fights, Paulie, and he possibly could be ranked. And we know how important it is as a fighter to be ranked.
Oh, definitely. Once you're ranked, and you can't go back. You know, once you're ranked, you got to keep going up. So when you're ranked, all your opponents are going to be tough ones. So you're fighting for your life every time with better opponents, much seasoned fighters. And so when you get into that category and you start winning in that ballpark, you're getting to be a real great fighter. You're a contender. You're a contender for the world, and you're one of the top notch fighters of the world when they put you in that 1 to 10 rankings, you know.
One thing that I read in the paper that impressed me was Peter McNeeley's work ethic. Being a fighter, you know how important it is to do your road work, to eat properly, to do your gym work. From what we've heard about Peter McNeeley, he doesn't miss a day in the gym. And that subsequently can back up his claim of knocking out Williamson within 10 rounds tonight.
Yeah. Yes, the McNeeley, Peter is just like his dad. His dad was was picked in his day one of the best conditioned heavyweight champions. Tom could go 30 rounds constantly, and he was known for that, great condition and great lung capacity. Peter has that same ability his father had. He can go 15 rounds like breaking sticks. He could do 25 rounds. And I mean seriously, 25 hard rounds. He's in that kind of condition. He trains well, and not only that, he has the ability, which a lot of fighters don't have, as having the lung capacity and the energy to be able to do that. And there are a lot of great fighters and a lot of great talents, but you know, sometimes when it gets into the late rounds, especially heavyweights, 8th, 10th round, they're moving pretty slow. But Peter's one that we've seen in past fights that can keep that pace from the first round on right on to the 10th round, and that's great for a heavyweight that he can do that. You know,
he keeps on coming. Any knockouts tonight, Paulie?
Well, I think we're going to see some knockouts tonight. These are pro fights, and anything can happen in pro fights. But I think tonight's one of these exciting nights. We're in the racetrack. We got people running on one end of the track, and we got
smells like money.
Yep, we got a fight crowd right where we stand right tonight. And I think we're going to see a knockout in the McNeeley fight, and I think we're going to see a few others in these undercard fights, because these kids want to get somewhere. They know TV's around, cables around, and it sort of sparks them up, and they want to be impressive. And they know there's some scouts are coming in from Don King's domination. So I guess they're all going to be sparking tonight, hoping that maybe instead of looking at Peter McNeeley, maybe they'll look at them. So
Good point.
I think that's going to stir up the whole crowd here tonight. Everybody's going to look to steal the show from somebody else and hoping that Don King picks him.
Paulie calls for Civil War tonight. So we'll be back on Atlantic Boxing Television from Foxboro Park right after this. I'm getting a message from Mission Control right now. Well, Paulie's joined by his lovely wife, Judy. Now, this is not going to be any sort of domestic dispute, is it, Judy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Want to make a bet? So, in other words, that devil, sometimes you see this guy's face.
That's for sure. Right.
But Judy's working on a line of punching bags for the housewife, for the homemaker, where she can take it out because of the kids have run her down, or the husband, she can take it out in the garage, right?
The stress, yeah. Get rid of all your stress that you have, right?
Well, Judy's been a great track star for Dedham High, holds some great records and trophies. I'm very proud of her, as not only as my wife and the mother of my children, but she was a great, great athlete for Dedham High. I'm very proud of her for that, and many people who know her as a state champion and won some great medals will always remember Judy Viles, and her children after her, they're going to be just as great as the mother. Yeah. But I'd like to show you that Judy had a few moments on the bag, and what she'd like to do to me, I guess, is she's going to show you in just a second.
All right, here we go, folks. This is going to be better than people's court and divorce court. We get the wife gets to take out her frustrations, not on the husband, but a facsimile. In this case, Satan on the board here. Hello, Satan. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go, Judy. Watch Judy slip a right to Paulie. Whoa! Folks, next time you think you're going to steal a pocketbook or a purse from this lady, think again, because you're going to take the beat. My. I'm getting embarrassed with each punch, Judy, because you're tougher than me. You know that? Yeah, I would say so. My. Tough chick. What, Judy? For such beauty, Judy, you throw a mean right hand. Unbelievable. I shudder to think that if anybody tried to mug you.
Have to keep up with my husband, right?
That's true. That's great. Well, really, absolutely. Judy Viles, the next heavyweight at. No, or what should I say, welterweight at? Actually, or
Middleweight, maybe?
No. when you were pregnant, maybe.
Yeah.
But I want to thank Judy and Paul Stivaletta.